Amigos de Loud Metal Radio, bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista exclusiva de iHeartRadio. Yo soy Kate Michaels y hoy tenemos un invitado legendario, un guitarrista que ha sido y sigue siendo el favorito de muchos de nosotros los metaleros en México. Marty Friedman is here with us today. How are you, Marty? Welcome to Loud Metal Radio.
Fine. Thank you for having me, Kate.
How are you doing?
I'm doing just great. I'm here in Tokyo, Japan, and getting ready to start my Latin American tour.
Yeah, which is almost there. It's almost here. You're coming to Mexico and you will be playing three shows here in June, right? Guadalajara, Mexico City, and Monterrey. Am I right?
Yep, that's right.
What are your thoughts and feelings about these shows? What are you expecting from your Mexican fans?
I have such a wonderful, wonderful memory of Mexico City. Last time we played there, we recorded a live album there because the audience was just so incredibly passionate and wild and loud and warm. Um, we just had to release it as a live album because it was just such a wonderful night that my band will always remember. And of course, a lot of things happened from 2020, and it's taken a long time for us to come back and see you. But now it's time, and we're coming back, and not only playing Mexico City, but two cities in Mexico I've never played with my band before, Guadalajara and Monterrey. So I'm looking so forward to seeing all of the people who've waited so long to see us, and everyone in Mexico who's also been supporting us, and also to meet all the new fans and new friends, and meet the different cultures of. I know Guadalajara is very different from Mexico City, and
Yes.
also very different from Monterrey. It's like three different countries,
Yeah.
different different traditions, different food, different people, different speaking. And it's just very exciting to me and my band, and we can't wait to get there.
I'm really sure you will love these places. There are great cities, and as you said, Mexican audience is really crazy. We're not afraid of anything. So as you said, Guadalajara and Monterrey are different from Mexico City, but you will find a lot of people loving you there, and we are really excited to have you here. So welcome. You're not here even, but welcome. What is your favorite thing about coming to Mexico besides the audience? I mean, the crowd, but about the culture. What is your favorite thing?
Well, I was gonna say the audience, but since you said besides them, um, I have to say tacos al pastor.
Nice choice, really nice choice.
That is, I grew up in America, and we have Mexican food there, but when you're in Mexico, it's so completely different and so much better. It's like a million times better. I can't explain how delicious it is. And my band just loved it so much. And that's something that I always remember. Some countries you go and all you want to do is eat McDonald's or something because you're afraid to try the food there. But in Mexico, there's so many great things that we're just going there to eat. The concerts are taking the second place. We're just going there to eat.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. And tacos al pastor are a really good choice, but Mexico is so full of incredible food. I mean, you have to come a lot of times to really try everything we have, and you'll enjoy it every time. So I'm really glad to hear this. I'm proud Mexican.
The one thing I like about Mexico, which is kind of unique to Mexico, is that they have a lot of very spicy, hot, spicy foods. And
Yeah.
not all the Latin countries have all that. And for me, I'm like a maniac with spicy food. I want it as hot as possible. And so does the bass player in my band, Waka Zymon. She loves hot, spicy food too. So Mexico is it's known for that, and they're not afraid to get really, really hot in there. So I love that.
Yeah, you have to try habanero. I don't know if you have tried it before, but habanero is
Of course. I love
the
it.
best. Yeah, good to know that. Well, let's talk a bit more about music. Your last single, the last single, correct me if I'm wrong pronouncing it, but Gyuto, is it right? With Asterism. This song just came out in April.
Ah, with asterism. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry about the pronunciations, but I'm awful with it. Um, this song just came out in April and really called my attention because I think this song has your whole essence and it really sounds like you are playing in it. But of course, it has something new, the vibes of Asterism. But I wanted to ask you, how was your process adapting to the sound of this band, and how was it easy? Was it hard? Did it just flow? How was it?
Yes, Asterism is a band that I've liked in Japan for a long time, and we always talked about doing a collaboration. And when we did it, it was very, very painless. We both wrote a song together, um, kind of in the same room, so it feels like me, but it also feels like them. But they were influenced by me, so it's kind of it's a joy to work with someone who is influenced by me and they play so well. And of course they have their own sound, but it was just very, very organic and natural. And here in Japan, that song became quite popular as it was on Sony Music's First Take is a very popular YouTube program here, and we really did it just because we like being together and we've played together a couple times, but that's not what I do in my live band. It was just a separate collaboration, but I hope to do more collaborations with them and maybe tour, with my band and their band sometime would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's why this song really called my attention. And when I heard it, I thought this is Marty Friedman, but it has something special on it. It's really cool to have artists like you with a lot of experience, like making these collaborations with bands with this modern fresh air. But what really amazes me about you is that you still have this modern fresh air too with your band, with your live band. So I mean, this must have to be with music influences, this change through the years. And it's necessary for musicians to, listen to a lot of other artists and to stay in touch with what's happening right now. So, what are you listening to nowadays?
Uh, Nowadays, I'm listening to a lot of what's really popular in Japan. I find that Japanese music keeps getting better and better. And when I say better, I mean more like in my flavor, my taste, what I like.
Of
I
course.
don't think any kind of music is better than any other kind of music, but maybe I should say I'm starting to like it better and better. Um, there's a group now called Mrs. Green Apple that I like, and there's another group called Yoasobi and Momoiro Clover, who I also play with very much. Um, just a lot of the things that are on the charts in Japan are very interesting to me, and I listen to a lot. Um, yeah, a lot of the current hits of Japan.
That's really cool. I think Japanese music is also like getting more popular every time. Like there are new bands coming out, and people are more open-minded about this. Like there are more K-pop band and J-pop bands like coming along, and it's really good to hear them because this is talented people. I'm really amazed about it.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way because it's very fresh. Even if you don't understand the lyrics, it's still fun.
Yeah, I mean the sound is amazing. It goes beyond. I mean, I've always thought music goes beyond the language because it's like a general language. If you feel music, you are understanding what the artist wanted to say. And that's why I enjoy this kind of music too, because as you said, it's fresh, and it's really well done. The production, everything, the recordings. That's why I love it. So I'm really open-minded about it, but I find lately musicians are not that open-minded, and I think that's a big problem in music industry. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, I mean, having an open mind is what has allowed me to continue to grow in my career. So, I never want to be stuck in the past, and I enjoy the future so much more. So, I think being open-minded as a listener or a player or anything in music is definitely good.
Yeah, it's the best way of creating and being, new in this world. And there are
Sure,
many new bands. So if you don't kind of offer something fresh to the industry, you just get stuck.
sure.
um, as I just said in the beginning, there are many guitar players, and I know a lot of people that really admire you and want to be like you. So there are many guitarists that want to be like you and play like you. But we know it's a long way of discipline and practice to reach a real good level of guitar playing, no? Uh, Besides that, there are a lot of awesome guitar players in the world also. So, which advice would you give to your fans that want to dedicate their lives to music, especially not to quit their dream because it's really hard to hold on nowadays, especially. So, even when it seems hard to achieve, what would you tell all these guys that want to be like you?
The first thing is very important is you have to remember you don't have to know everything. A lot of young musicians think that I know everything or their favorite guitarist knows how to play everything or all the professional guitar players, they know everything. But it's not true and it's not necessary. All you need to know is how to do what you love. That's it. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to, I don't know much about jazz music. If I play it, I don't play it very well. I don't know, I can't play like any other guitar players. I don't know how to play like this guy or that guy. As soon as you realize, hey, I don't need to play like that. I don't need to play like my guitar teacher. I don't need to play like somebody else. All I need to do is get good at what I can do. Concentrate on yourself. Don't worry about the others. You don't have to be better than someone else. Don't compare yourself. Stay kind of in your own world and focus on learning what you love about music. That's my advice.
That's a great advice. I really feel it too because I also have a band, so I kind of felt it right here.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. It's a nice advice. Would you say that as a musician you learn more from studying and staying in a room playing for hours, or you learn more playing live? What do you think about it?
Definitely playing live. Um, I've almost never sat in a room and practiced or studied. That sounds crazy, and people get angry when I say that, but it's kind of true. I started playing live when I was about 14. I was terrible. I didn't really know how to play, but I was playing in front of people in a band, and I always did that. Playing in front of people, it speeds up the learning process because it's natural when you play in front of people. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to play
Of course.
badly. But alone in a room, nobody sees, nobody cares. Your body is relaxed. But when you do something live, after you finish that show, your mind goes over every little detail. What did I do wrong? Where did I make a mistake? Why didn't I hear this? What it's working. It's so much harder than practicing in your bedroom. So I've always played live or created an opportunity to play in front of people, whether it be recording, rehearsing, playing a concert, jamming in front of somebody. If you play in front of people, that's where you get the fast results. Playing by yourself, maybe your hands start to work good, but nothing sticks to you as well as when you're playing in front of people.
Of course, because also you can get some feedback from some important people for you, but um, I think it's also difficult to know when to listen to these people or which people to listen to because there will be a lot of people that won't like it, but then that's subjective a little bit. So how do you choose these people you really take advice from?
Oh, I take advice from anyone who I respect what they're doing. Um, if I have someone who plays music that I like, I'm going to listen to what they say. And maybe it doesn't fit me, maybe it does. But one thing for sure is I can't control whether people like my music or not. So, it doesn't matter if someone doesn't like what I'm doing, if I like it. If I don't like what I'm doing, then I'm kind of lost. So I try to make sure that I only work on things that I'm gonna like.
Of course. Yeah, that's the most important thing. In the end, it's about being happy yourself and just enjoying it, as you said before. I think we got more than one advice in this conversation. Thanks so much. Finally, would you give a message to everyone listening to us here in Loud Metal Radio?
I just want to thank you for supporting me all this time and waiting this long to see my band. And I can promise you that when you leave the concert, you're gonna feel so positive and so uplifted and so much energy. You're gonna feel power. That's what you're going to feel like when you leave. You're not going to leave the concert saying, "Oh, Marty's a good guitar player. He's really impressive guitar player." That's not what you're going to say. You're going to say, "Oh my God, that band, his band. I feel I feel charged up. I feel like I was recharged." That's how I want you to feel. It's not about showing off abilities. It's about having everyone together in a room and celebrating the fact that I'm in Guadalajara, Mexico, with all of you wonderful people playing. That's something to be very proud of. So I'm really hoping to get there as soon as possible. I know it's June 20th.
21st in Mexico City,
Yeah,
22 Monterrey, and 20 Guadalajara.
right. So these are things that mean a lot to me, and I can't wait to see everybody there. And the most important thing that I need to say is a huevo.
That's the best thing you could have said. Thanks so much. So, guys, you have heard it from the legend Marty Friedman. It's been such a pleasure to have you here, Marty. Thanks so much. And we're really excited to see you here June 21st, Lunario del Auditorio Nacional de la Ciudad de México. And thanks again for taking the call and for being here in Loud Metal Radio, Marty.
Thank you very much, Kate. Hope to see you soon in Mexico.